Good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Krabs with Oklahoma Coral Farmers. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of look around in my sump this morning. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes the sump in my refugium is one of my favorite parts of a reef tank, just because of the little bitty critters that grow in here, the different types of pods, brittle stars, bristleworms, and whatnot. I just enjoy watching the amphipods fight over food. I actually do feed them at times. I'll throw a couple of algae wafers in there, let them go after it. And of course, then here's Mr. Krabs' home. He's over there kind of taking a nap with a little buddy of his. There's a little hermit on the back of his shell. Mr. Krabs is a white spotted hermit, as far as I can gather. I got him at a local fish store. He came in a concha order in a conch shell. I've had him for almost 2 years now, and he has almost quadrupled in size since I got him. Excuse me. He's an interesting guy. He has an attitude at times. When he molts, he kind of hides and doesn't want to talk to anybody, doesn't want anybody to mess with him. But normally, he will come to the front of the glass when I open the cabinets, usually right about there. That's where I feed him. And I feed him these little packets of Instant Ocean, or algae wafers. I'm feeding these algae wafers. He seems to like them quite a bit. Let's see if we can get him to come over. Oh, he sees me over here messing around, so he's dropped a couple of wafers in here for him. There he comes. Well, good morning, buddy. Yeah, I just usually throw in about 3 or 4 of these guys, and we'll see what he does. I have to kind of get them wet, and they'll float right off into the chamber with the pump. So I usually just dip them in my frag tank up here, and then I can drop them through this little grate, and he just goes to town. Look at him go, boy. He likes them things. He really does. And if you look down here, see if I can get a close view. You can see the amphipods scurrying around. They're trying to grab a bite to eat before he takes off with them. You can see them, boy, they just start running. They run out of the way when he comes to town. It's pretty funny, pretty comical, but check him out. He's all stretched out there. Pretty impressive little hermit. Definitely would not want this guy in your reef. He will, when I first got him, I had him in my display. I didn't have any coral at the time. I had just got it started. And he actually would break pieces of my live rock off and then just discard it after he ate all the algae off of it. He's done a pretty good job with reducing rock in here to rubble. You can see a couple more little guys are trying to get a piece of the action there and get something to eat. I don't know where these rocks are full of bristleworms, but they tend to go into hiding whenever Mr. Krabs comes around, because I have seen him get a hold of one and he eats it pretty quick. So they fear him quite a bit. You know, they know that if they don't hide off in that hole, they're going to become Mr. Krabs' next meal. He's very opportunistic. He'll eat just about anything he can get a hold of. Anytime I have a turbo snail or something like that die in my display, I just chunk them down here, and he enjoys the little snack. One of my favorite things to be banished to the sump has been Mr. Krabs. Haven't really had much of anything other than a couple of very large bristleworms that I threw in here when I was doing some fragging, and that's when I discovered that Mr. Crab eats them like spaghetti. There's a little bristle star in there. I don't know if you can focus in on it. The camera's not the best. Light. Basically, I use just a halogen light to light my potato and dragon's breath. Got an LED light here that does my frag tank, but it's not on its light cycle right now. But anyway, this is one of my morning things I like to do if I have time. I just like to look in the sump when the lights are on, check everything out and see how everything goes. I know my water level is a little high. Normally it runs, I don't know if you can see the top, auto top off, Tunzi. Normally it runs right there. My last water change, my salinity had dropped a little bit, so I've turned my pump off. I'm gonna let it just evaporate and drop down and see where I need to, if I need to add any more salt. I don't want to do that too quickly, because anything you do in the reef, you don't want to rush things, because that could be problems for you. Well, anyway, I guess I will see you guys later, and you guys have a great Halloween. I'm out.